N3 Radio in the mix.
Very good. Live from a log cabin with wheels and without indoor plumbing. It's another episode of N3 Radio's Wake and Bake on the road.
Yeah, no shit. It's finally time. We are finally on the road. We are not out of Ohio yet. We literally just left not even an hour ago. So we are in St. Clairsville, Ohio. Really nice. All this, snow and more snow. And two pups in the car that won't, leave their gas puppies behind because we've got the incredible farting mutts, Wonderful. Isn't it great?
Yeah, it's wonderful. But they're asleep now. We're just driving on the road on I-70, entering Flushing, Ohio right now.
And actually, we got some great stories, and I'm going to be doing all the reading today, obviously.
Obviously. Well, yeah, because it can be kind of dangerous if Robert did the reading this time. So my lovely wife, Stacy, has to do the reading this time. But thank you for joining us here live on the road on N3 Radio's Wake and Bake.
On our trip, because where are we headed?
We're headed, like the ultimate tripper right now.
The ultimate trip.
The ultimate trip is to San Antonio, Texas and back.
Yeah, with a stop off in Colorado.
Yeah, exactly.
Where we're going to be baking. And then some.
Yep, you got that right.
So we got some great stuff going on today.
And happy Friday to you, by the way.
Oh, yeah, happy Friday. Happy Friday to us. Hopefully we'll keep signal long enough to do a show. So I've got a great story this right now. Apparently a man with the last name of Bates is busted for exposing himself.
And his first name isn't Norman, is it?
No, really, right? And including doing nasty things with a toilet brush.
Why?
Yeah.
You want meth?
Well, there's a 47-year-old guy named Brian Bates from Spring Valley, New York. You have to imagine growing up with a last name like that, kids calling him Master Bates. And he's living up to that nickname today.
Oh.
Last week, the cops in Paramus, New Jersey, got a call that Mr. Bates was at the doctor's office exposing himself to different people. And when they got there, the cops found him naked in the bathroom with the door wide open, and he was doing something very unholy with the toilet brush.
He was...
Yep. I'm saying you couldn't see where he stuck the handle, all right?
He shoved it up his poop hole.
Bates was arrested for open lewdness, and it's actually the fourth time he's been arrested.
Fourth time?
Yeah, for that charge in the past 2 decades. Yeah, wonderful. We just lost signal. Oh, no, there it goes. We're good. Anyway, look, so here's his mugshot. I mean, talk about meth addict extraordinaire.
Yeah, really.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's just like, if this is the fourth time in, 2 decades? Let's just go 2 decades. You'd think that his psychiatrist or his doctor would find the medication to help him stop doing that shit.
You would think, but of course, hey. I mean, New Jersey. Hey, yeah, the land of, what is it called?
It's the Garden State.
Waste. What is it? Radiated waste and shit. Nuclear waste. And, apparently... Medical waste. And, apparently it's gotten to the brain.
New Jersey rules, you backwards retard.
Yeah, so, great, wonderful. Anyway, going on. I have
no comment. I just have no comment.
I know, right? You can't give a comment for that. You really can't.
Well, I actually, there is something I want to bring up here. It's just like, is it like the handle, was it ribbed for his pleasure?
I would think so, that's nasty. You nasty. It's nasty, baby. All right, well, we want to get into a song?
No, let's do one more.
Let's do it. Okay, well, I've got the top 10 types of gifts the kids are asking for in the year 2018.
I saw number 2, and number 2 surprised the hell out of me. Start with number 10. Go from the bottom up.
All right. Well, a new gift survey asked 2,000 parents what their kids have been asking for this year, and the top 10 categories aren't quite as dominated by technical stuff as we expected. Only 6 of them are tech-related.
Only 6?
Yeah, now here's the list. At number 10, DVDs and digital movies, obviously. Number 9, a new laptop. 8, iPads and tablets. 7, this is actually interesting, board games.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool that actually is making a comeback.
Yeah. Number 6, video game consoles. At number 5, a new phone, which, I need. Number 4, books, which, wow. That's interesting.
That gives me some hope for the future.
And this is what kids are asking for at number 3. Clothes. Especially the older kids, like in middle school or high school, they're asking for clothes. Well, I've never seen any kid ask for clothes.
Say number 2.
Number 2
surprised me.
Legos.
I mean, I didn't think, Legos and books in the top 5.
Guard your feet, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, really? Don't step on those.
And the number 1 gift that the kids are asking for this year, parents, so stock up, computer games.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Computer games. Yeah, definitely. So, you got the list. Go out. Very few classic Christmas gifts. Just missed the top 10. A new bike made the list at number 11. Nerf toys at 12. Action figures at 14. And scooters at 18. Very freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's very freaking awesome that, the books and the Legos thing surprised me a lot. But, I mean, some of the electronics, of course.
Someone's fucking our butthole early.
Oh, but they don't know that we're...
on air.
Yeah, it's okay. They're forgiven this time because it's a special episode of N3 Radio's Wake and Bake on the road. Yep. And let's play a song.
All right, here we go. This is Believer by the Imagine Dragons. Stay tuned to N3 Radio's Wake and Bake. We'll be right back.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, I was broken from a young age, taking my soak into the masses, writing my poems for the few that look at me, took to me, shook at me, feeling me, singing from heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the... Hey, you make me a believer, believer. Hey, you make me down, you build me a believer. Has turned your spirit to a dove, oh, ooh, your spirit up above, oh, ooh. I was choking in the crowd, building my rain up in the cloud, falling like ashes to the ground, hoping my feelings, they would drown, but they never did, ever lived, ebbing and flowing, inhibited, limited, till it broke open and rained down, it rained down like... You pick me up, believer. Believer. And the flames, you're the face of the future, the blood in my veins, oh, ooh, the blood in my veins, oh, ooh. But they never did, ever lived, ebbing and flowing, inhibited, limited, till it broke open and rained down like... Hey, you made me a believer, believer.
All-time favorites. N3 Radio in the mix.
All right, we are back.
Very cool.
Definitely, very awesome.
It's awesome that you're able to do this, baby.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you,
definitely.
by the way, for taking over the reading duties.
Oh, hell, obviously you can't do it. Well, here, read it anyway.
Okay. I can't do it.
I am Job.
I am Job.
If you don't remember that shit, you're too young for me. Change that shit.
Is that from Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire, when he's calling Sally Field trying to get the position for her nanny, and he calls for Jenny. I am Job. Do you speak English? I am Job. I'm sorry, the position has been filled. So I got a great story coming out, definitely, for Virginia. This should give you one hint. The Cheesecake Factory gave out free slices of cheese on Wednesday, which led to chaos and at least one arrest.
Jeez.
It is. It's amazing what people are going to do to save $6. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, it better be like the cheesecake with the topping on it, because if it's just regular cheesecake, I mean, it's okay, and the graham cracker crust is good, but it's not, worth the fight over.
Yeah. Well, yesterday was the Cheesecake Factory's 40th anniversary. Wednesday?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever. Wednesday was the Cheesecake's 40th anniversary, so they gave away 40,000 free slices of cheesecake to celebrate. Yeah. And the only way to get those slices was to order them on DoorDash. And it was a cool idea, in theory. Yeah, this is wonderful. Now, what really happened? People flooded DoorDash with orders, which led to chaos at a bunch of Cheesecake Factory locations across the country as the drivers battled for parking spots and crammed into the restaurants. It got so bad at the Cheesecake Factory in Arlington, Virginia, that one DoorDash driver wound up getting arrested for disorderly conduct when the cops showed up, and he got into a fight with them. Cheesecake Factory haven't made a statement yet, but DoorDash tweeted that they expanded the offer to deliver more than 60,000 free slices of cheesecake around the country, eventually. Yeah, so that's rather interesting.
It's just a cheesecake.
I know, right? Hello, I mean, a couple of, things of cream cheese and egg and some sugar, dash of vanilla. You got your own fucking cheesecake. It's not that difficult. I've been to the Cheesecake Factory once. It's not that special.
Really?
It's really not.
I've never been to it, so I wouldn't know.
Well, it's all right. But anyway, next up, I got the top 10 ways that parents embarrass their kids. So listen up, parents, because this is definitely something you're going to want to listen to so that you can actually do this shit to your kids. Because they all have to go through the rite of passage of being embarrassed by their parents. Because we were.
Oh, yes.
Why can they not? Okay, so no matter how cool you may think you are, no matter how cool you actually are, your kids still think you are the least cool person on the planet. Yeah, a new survey asked kids between 8 and 17 years old to name the most embarrassing things that their parents do. Here are the top 10. At number 10, teasing me about a boy or a girl. Oh, I've done that shit, and Harmony is only 4. And Athena, wow. We can't go on air about what she said that just, made me literally piss my pants, but it was actually pretty funny. Number 9, yelling at me. So yelling at them in public.
Hold on.
We got a butthole. Hey, watch it, butthole. Interesting being on the road, isn't it? So yeah, yelling at your children in public or in front of their friends is definitely an embarrassing moment for them. Number 8, hugging and kissing them in public. You do it. You know you're going to do it. I know we're going to do it.
Come on, Mom.
Don't do it. Number 7, farting. Obviously.
Well, that's a father thing. They're allowed to do that.
Well, yeah, but still, All right. Number 6, trying to act cool or young. Now, Robert, you have a thing doing this, and we don't have children. Yeah, there is something that I'm like, babe, you're a little too old for that.
Wait a minute, I think I'm pretty good. What do I do that's uncool that I try to be? I don't try to be modern or hip.
Hip? Did you just say hip? Get out of this truck right now.
Yeah,
Number 5, making me do things I don't want to do. Well, you know what? Suck it up, Buttercup, because that's just the shit that happens, all right?
That's going to happen no matter.
Number 4, being overly protective or attentive. Listen, you don't want to be overprotective or attentive. We'll be seeing you when you're on the goddamn fucking sex trade bus down to Mexico.
Or living down by the river in a van.
Number 3, thinking they're funny when they're not.
That's probably me.
Yeah. Number 2, acting weird or, quote, being silly.
That's me.
And number 1, the number one way that the parents embarrass their kids, telling people stories about me or showing them pictures of me. Well, yeah, there's this time I caught Junior slipping his dick in the sink.
There's a I found the kid with a stick in the sink. No, not the kitchen, the bathroom sink. Yes. And then the relatives come out, hey, you're the one with this dick had his dick in the sink. Yeah, no, don't give me 5, just back the fuck off.
So parents, go ahead and go on and embarrass the hell out of your kids, because it's that time of year, and hey, we went through it, guess what? They are going to have to go through it.
You don't get spared.
Let's get into another song when you say, all right, we're going to hit you up with some Demi Lovato and Heart Attack here only on Wake and Bake on N3Radio.com. Stick around, we got more great stories for you right after this.
Never put my love out on the line. Never said yes to the right guy. Never had trouble getting what I want. But when it comes to you, I'm never good enough. When I don't care, I can play him like a Ken doll. Won't wash my hair, then make him bounce like a basketball. But you make me wanna act like a girl, paint my nails and wear high heels. Yes, you make me so nervous and I just can't hold your hand. You make me glow, but I cover up, won't let it show. So I'm putting my defenses up, 'cause I don't wanna fall in love. If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack. I think I'd have a heart attack. I think I'd have a heart attack. Never break a sweat for the other guys. When you come around, I get paralyzed. And every time I try to be myself, it comes out wrong like a cry for help. It's just not fair. Pain's more trouble than love is worth. I guess for air, it feels so good, but you know it hurts. But you make me wanna act like a girl, paint my nails and wear perfume for you. Make me so nervous that I just can't hold your hand. You make me glow, but I cover up, won't let it show. So I'm putting my defenses up, 'cause I don't wanna fall in love. If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack. I think I'd have a heart attack. I think I'd have a heart attack. The feelings I lost in my lungs, they're burning, I'd rather be numb. And there's no one else to blame. So instead I'll take off and I run. I'm flying too close to the sun, and it bursts into flame. You make me glow, but I cover up, won't let it show. So I'm putting my defenses up, 'cause I don't wanna fall in love. If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack. I think I'd have a heart attack. Heart attack. I think I'd have a heart attack. I think I'd have a heart attack. I think I'd have a heart attack.
Your online radio. The new online radio that makes you happy.
N3Radio.com.
Woo, we're back.
Was that one of your songs, baby?
Yes, I love some Demi Lovato, even though
who?
she's a fucking crackhead.
Why is she a crack?
She was a heroin addict, and apparently
Aren't
they had
all singers are?
Well, yeah, really, right? Well, they got the money for it. Fuck. Wouldn't you be a deep in crack if you were that kind of, money?
No, I'd just be sniffing coke off whores. Nothing too deep, you know what I mean? I mean, if Johnny Depp could have a $60,000 a month wine addiction, then I can have a...
Can we say alcoholic?
There's a fine line between an alcoholic and a connoisseur.
Well, that's an alcoholic, baby. I hate to
No,
tell
that's what
you.
I'm saying. He's not alcoholic. I'm just saying,
Well, let me ask you something. Have you ever sleep texted anybody?
No. I've been having to sleep while texting.
Apparently that's a thing now.
Huh.
Sleep texting. Now, you can't even escape from our screens when we're asleep anymore, and that's pretty fucking pathetic. Sleep texting is now a real thing according to a new study. The researchers found out about 1/4 of college students have sent a text while they were asleep, and most of them had no memory of sending it the next morning. The researchers found that 25.6% of college students in the study have sent a text while they were asleep, and 3/4 of them had no memory of sending it. And the reason why people are sleep texting is we're so addicted to our phones that sometimes we'll instinctively reach over and grab them and mess around with them even in our sleep.
Wow. Have you ever done that? I mean, you've been known to sleepwalk.
I don't sleepwalk.
No, I'm talking, well, it's more like a sleep run to the restroom, but...
Oh, yeah, a diabetic man.
No, but I mean...
Diabetes!
But have you ever done that? Anything close to that? Like,
I've never sleepwalked before.
Or sleepwalked, or...
Sleepwalk.
Sleepwalked.
Sleepwalked. I've never done that before. Yeah, like you said, I've gone to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, or, I used to have that bad habit, when I first became diabetic, my sugars would drop in the middle of the night, and I'd get up half asleep, and I'd sleep eat.
Yeah, sleep eat.
Yeah, I'd be in the refrigerator just cramming shit down my throat because I'd be shaking and shit, so, trying to get my sugars back up. But, yeah, I've had that issue.
I've only slept-walked once. Sleep-walked once.
Wow.
I was like in my teenage years, and I went to bed in my bedroom, and I woke up on the couch. And I woke up, it's like the middle of the night, I'm like, how the heck did I get out of here? I must have slept-walked, or sleep-walked. And so I went back, to sleep, and I had a dream that they were doing a news story on me. Newsflash: this young man just sleepwalked. How did you feel? It was like really weird. Like I was on a game show.
Wow,
and stuff.
interesting.
So I'm just telling you how it was.
So next up, this is interesting. Apparently, we got people having. Remember that story that we did about this lady at McDonald's punching out some poor lady because she didn't get enough ketchup with her order?
Well, same thing happened in New Orleans, didn't it?
Apparently, in New Orleans, a guy has pulled a gun at Popeyes when he's not satisfied. He's not satisfied with the condiments. Yeah. Now, if this was not about getting enough ketchup, apparently, the guy's insane. If it's barbecue sauce, yes, guy's still insane. A 50-year-old guy named Earl Jethro, and the name should say it all.
Oh my gosh.
Ordered a meal.
No, his first name isn't Jethro. That's his last name.
Yes.
Earl Jethro.
Yeah, he ordered a meal at a Popeye's chicken joint in New Orleans on Friday. And
last Friday.
Yeah, last Friday. And then he had some sort of issue with his condiments, and we're guessing he wanted more, didn't want to pay for them. Dude, you know what? If I worked at a fucking Popeye's like that or a place or anything, I'm not paying for the shit. You get as much as you want. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's like, don't they have those things out front? Like, the pumps or something?
You would think, right? Yeah, and he ultimately decided to handle the situation by chucking his chicken across the room and pulling a gun.
He chucked his chicken.
And pulling a gun from his waistband, pointing it at the manager.
You will give me my motherfucking ketchup.
And more chicken, bitch. Luckily, no one was hurt and Earl left, and he was arrested after cops found him causing a scene at a Church's Chicken across the street. I can't wait to get home to Texas and a Church's Chicken. I'm so gonna Church's Chicken it up.
You're not gonna hit a Popeyes?
We have Popeyes over there, no.
We do?
No, but I don't like Popeyes. Why are we getting into this shit? I just want some Church's Chicken.
Church's Chicken.
Church's Chicken.
I remember the first time Church's Chicken came out with their chicken nuggets. That was the best thing that ever happened.
Well, apparently, this man was drunk, according to police report. Surprise! According to the police report, he was wobbly on his feet and smelled like alcohol. And he's facing 2 separate charges for aggravated assault with a firearm and disturbing the peace while drunk. Yeah. All right, Baba, this is one thing you're not supposed to know about and you're never going to know about.
Okay.
These are the top times to swipe on Tinder this year was
Tinder.
The top
Tinder.
The top time to swipe on Tinder this year was 9 p.m. on Mondays. Now, apparently, people get lonely, horny, or both at much more random times than you'd expect. Tinder just released some of the end-of-the-year statistics and found out that in 2018, the most popular time for swiping was 9 p.m. on Mondays.
Well, if you're going to start your cheat, you start at the beginning of the week. Start your week off right.
You ain't doing nothing.
I don't want to.
Who knew?
It's like, do I want to contact VD?
I know, right? Here are a few more stats from the study. Anyway, so I guess we'll get into where we go.
It's because we're out in the boonies, but we're getting close to another where a major highway crosses. So, and in the Cambridge and Zanesville, we should still have signal.
Yeah,
it's not until we get out to Kansas that we lose everything.
Yeah, that we're gonna be fucked.
But thank goodness it's a Sunday.
That we be fucked. Yeah, I know, right? So let's get into another song. This is Stone Temple's Pilots and Interstate Love Song. Here we go. We'll be right back here on N3 Radio's Wake and Bake.
N3 Radio in the mix.
All right, we're back.
All right, you're hitting the intersection of 70 and 77 in Cambridge, Ohio. Here on N3 Radio's Wake and Bake on the road. I'm Robert.
I'm Stacy. Okay, so right now I've got the top Santa gifts that people actually want.
Like Santa gifts that they're getting
the
from
Secret Santa.
Oh, the Secret Santa.
Yeah, the little, you pick names randomly, like at work or, whatever have
and
you.
the top 10 gifts that they actually want.
Yeah, exactly. Starting at number 10, ladies and gentlemen, bubble bath. What the fuck? No, I don't want no bubble bath.
Well, the Secret Santa is like, you're supposed to get a small, cheap gift, like bubble bath.
Well, it is a small, cheap gift. You can pick that shit up at the Dollar Tree,
but I could also pick up a UTI somewhere else besides a bubble bath. Or is that just Mr. Bubble?
9 p.m. What the fuck?
9 p.m.
Number 9, perfume or cologne. Now, for $20 or $30, though, it might smell like feet.
That's true. But it's also, that's the number one gift you give to your dad. He buys, like Eddie Murphy says, he buys you all these toys, the expensive gifts and computer games, and all the kids in the house get him one gift, And it's like Eddie Murphy says, Brute, by Fabergé.
By Fabergé.
Thank you.
With a little ship on the bottle.
Cheap motherfuckers. And then it just goes into his drawer and it just piles up over the year.
Anyway, number 8, socks. Now, I have a friend that actually likes wacky socks, and he has got billions of fucking socks. Number 7 comes in candy. So chocolate and other types of candy both made the list. Number 6, actually you would think this would be number 1. Number 6 came in money. So just stuff $25 in an envelope and be done with it.
Yeah, a $20 gift card would even be good. Yeah.
Number 5, candles. I would like that. I'm a candles freak. Number 4, a book. All right. Number 3, what you just said, a gift card.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and the gift card's pretty good because most of the time I can't figure out what the fuck you want, so you're getting a gift card.
Or get them like one of those prepaid $20 debit cards or something. That way they can spend it on whatever they want.
Number 2, another form of candy, chocolate. Hook me up with some chocolate.
Oh, so it's candy specifically for number 7.
It's just chocolate and other types of candy, yeah. And number 1, alcohol.
Yeah,
of course, candy is candy, but liquor is quicker.
Like a little, the sampler bottle or something?
Oh, yeah. That'd be freaking awesome.
That would work.
So, we know that during this time of year, we have a lot of porch pirates going around.
Yes.
So, I do have an article talking about how to protect yourself against porch pirates this month. Yeah. Package theft is on the rise, and it's probably just going to get worse this month if porch pirates have struck your neighborhood. Here are 6 tips to keep your packages safe.
Wear a cup. Not that kind of package.
Yeah, really. Number 1, ship things to an Amazon locker, a UPS or FedEx store, or to your work. Just make sure it's cool with your boss to receive personal packages.
That's a neat idea. That's a good idea.
Number 2, team up with neighbors. If you have neighbors who's retired or work from home, ask them if you can ship something to their house or if they collect any packages left at your door.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Number 3, request a signature delivery. The downside is if somebody needs to be home to sign for it, and depending on your work schedule, you might end up in a long line at the post office on a Saturday. Number 4, track packages online. Also sign up for delivery notifications in case a package gets delayed or delivered earlier than expected. Number 5, install security cameras. There are several camera systems that record and send real-time alerts to your phone when motion detector senses movement.
Like we have at our house right now, bitches, so don't even think about it.
Yeah, I know, right? Number 6, make it look like you're at home. Leave lights on a timer. If you have an extra car, park it in the driveway so it looks like you're home. Even small changes can make a thief pass your house for an easier target. So actually, those are some pretty good things that you can do, babe.
It's like keep the radio on, TV on, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
You want to do one more before we go to another song, Beba?
Yeah.
I've got people trying to fuck my butthole.
Well, they're always trying to fuck your butthole.
Yeah, but on the road, it's dangerous to fuck my butthole on the road because I'm seated and I'm trying not to get my butthole fucked by.
Okay, so get this: 44% of people would rather give up sex than Amazon.
Okay, then you have a serious.
Yeah, I didn't
problem.
think Amazon was too powerful before, but this shit's changing my mind.
Yeah, really.
A new survey asked millennials if they'd rather give up Amazon for a year or sex for a year, and 44% said, yeah, I'd rather have Amazon than sex. 77% said they'd rather have Amazon than alcohol.
Well, what kind of lousy sex are you having?
No shit, right? I mean, this is what happens when you get into the whole pansexual, asexual, type of thing.
Multisexual,
dog, canine sexual. I don't know what.
Oh, Bebe, don't get the peanut butter out. No, but it's like, jeez, and it's like try more than just the missionary position. Trust me, it's a lot more fun.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, we're gonna get into another song. We're gonna play "Tears for Fears." Everybody wants to rule the world here, only on Wake and Bake, hosted by Robert and Stacy. We will be right back after this.
Welcome
M3 Radio in the mix.
We are back again.
Fade.
Yeah, it faded out. We're good.
And it goes to the end of the song. Where's the guitar solo? Man, even the songs are fucking my butthole.
Oh, hush your butthole.
Oh, it's one of my favorite songs on the road.
All right. Well, fast food burgers have hamburger prices have skyrocketed in the past decade. Did you know?
Well, that's okay because like some of the ingredients they've like had to improve because let's face it, if you look at a burger from the 80s compared to even like the late 90s, early 2000s, they're disgusting.
Yeah. Well, the entire point of fast food is that it's fast and cheap. So what happens when only one of those two things is true?
Well, then you're going to Whataburger.
Yeah.
You're
We're coming, baby. According to a new report, the prices of fast food hamburgers have skyrocketed in the past decade. They've gone up 54%, and an average burger now costs about $6.95. Of course, there are still cheaper options at the big chains, but even places like McDonald's have some burgers that cost well over $5. So why have the prices gone up? Because the fast food joints realized we'd pay more when they saw us doing it at slightly nicer places.
So, wait, I don't understand. So
in other words, when they see us going to, like, I don't know, Dead Lobster or some shit, or wherever, a big burger joint chain that's very nice, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuddruckers and shit. You know, that if we're paying that there, we can pay that at fast food. That's why they're doing it.
Yeah, but can you deliver it fast? That's
well,
the
one
question.
analyst said, quote, you used to go to fast food places with $5 and get change, but when fast casual came around, like Chipotle, and Five Guys, you'd expect to hand over $10. This has changed how much fast food is charging us nowadays. So, yeah, they're basically fucking your buttholes just because other companies are charging more. They want to charge you more for their shitty-ass burgers. Now, this, like I said, Whataburger can charge up to $10 because they're the fucking best in, like, the world.
Yeah, really. So I'd pay, I'd give my left nut for a Whataburger.
I'd give my left hit for a Whataburger right now. Okay, so we're actually coming up upon Christmas, we know, and we're going to be with our families. Now, here are the 5 topics we don't want to touch at Christmas. We want to avoid fights. So, you want to do this. Can someone pass this information along to my family before Christmas? Because they definitely never got this memo. A new survey found the main discussion topics that people won't touch at Christmas to avoid fights: politics, people's personal lives, religion, and money. Check them out. Number 1, politics. 68% of people avoid it. I would. Shit. I can't do that. Number 2, people's personal lives clocks in at 55%.
No, at a family gathering, that's going to be inevitable because you have to have something to talk about.
Yeah. Number 3, religion at 47%. Number 4, money at 42%. And number 5, life changes since last year, including changes in people's weight. And weight is capitalized. I mean, it's just, yeah. Or relationship status is at 29%.
I hate to tell you, but like, most of those subjects are going to be brought up if you're going to hang out with family during Christmas. I mean, that's just inevitable.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Did you see this next story? This story is actually pretty funny. I saw this. There's an actual video of this.
Yeah, a TV anchor has a bloody nose, but, he keeps going. A couple of TV sports anchors in Korea were doing a report about the NBA when one of them noticed his nose was bleeding. Apparently, he didn't have a handkerchief or tissue because, he just sat there bleeding. It was a long 15 seconds before his co-anchor noticed and the video stops. He said later that it was the first time he had ever had a nosebleed like that. And there's a picture on here. And, yeah, he's just, keep it on going. Keep it on.
You no cut. You no cut or you will cut you. Come here no more.
You come here no more. You bleed like killer whale.
You bleed like killer whale. Wow, baby.
So check this out.
Send your hate mail to M3Radio2017@gmail.com, care of Robert and or Stacy.
So, a guy committed at least 6 burglaries, but apparently he was too drunk to remember most of them.
Really?
Yeah, sadly for this guy, your criminal activity counts against you, even if you don't remember it. 28-year-old Reston Reinecke was arrested in Springfield, Missouri the other day.
Is he in charge of mufflers?
Yeah, for a string of burglaries. He broke into at least 3 businesses and tried to break into 3 more. Police identified him thanks to security footage that showed a tattoo of a cross on his left calf. He stole hundreds of dollars in cash, 3 guns, an iPod, some jewelry, a TV, and a gold coin worth $1,000. Plus a laptop and a prescription pad he took from the doctor's office. But when the cops started grilling him about the heist, he didn't remember most of them because he was a blackout drunk when he pulled them
I
off.
don't remember that shit.
Yeah, he's facing at least 4 counts.
Where's your proof?
Yeah. He's facing it. You don't believe I blackout? Give me a bottle of Heineken. Oh, look at the puppies. But when he's facing at least 4 counts of felony burglary and admitted he hasn't been making great decisions lately. Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock.
Well, hey, at least he admits it. It takes a big man to admit that.
It really does, doesn't it? Okay, we are going to take another break. We're going to listen to some more music here on N3 Radio's Wake and Bake. Here's Debo and Whip It. Whip It Good.
in the mix.
All right, we're back with our last story.
Very awesome. Sorry if it's a little short, guys,
Yeah,
but hey, we're on the
short
road
today. Yeah.
But don't worry about it. Hey, don't forget, later on today, since it is a Friday, let's want preview.
We got Friday. We got the Den of Iniquities coming up at... Fuck.
No.
We got the Den of Iniquities coming up at 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern,
It's
followed...
I was like, I don't know what fuck time is.
Fuck time. Fuck time. Fuck time. Everybody knows what fuck time is. After 3 Pacific, 6 Eastern, the Den of Iniquities, we've got the N3 Radio Horrorcore Show and Happy Hour, or something like that. Hosted by Crazy Maisie, starting at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern. At 7 Pacific, 10 Eastern, we've got nothing.
Open space.
Open space. Something from the Boredom Channel, so, stay tuned for that shit. And then slightly after that, we've got...
Bang Your Head.
Bang Your Head. With DJ Kenny Star.
For an hour.
And then we've got Forever Freestyle, hosted by me, if I'm up that late.
You are up that late.
So we should be good after that. But I do have one last story for you guys.
Very cool.
So a guy's Toys for Tots drive paid tribute to Cousin Eddie from the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Is that the one that was in the RV?
Randy Quaid's, yeah.
Yeah.
A guy in New Jersey recreated the house from a Christmas vacation by wrapping his place in 7,500 Christmas lights and even parked an RV outside with a mannequin version of Cousin Eddie. He's asking everyone who comes to see it to bring a toy, donate for Toys to Tots, and his goal is to get enough toys to fill the RV. Now, there's a guy in South New Jersey. His name is Steve Harbo, who went all out on that Christmas display, recreating the Griswold decorations. We're going to have to do that one year. 7,500 likes.
You must think I'm Jesus.
But the part that really makes it, is that he parked an old RV out front with a mannequin that waves to people as they go by, and it looks like Cousin Eddie. You know, the character played by Randy Quaid?
Yeah, well, at least it's not the display in Austin where the guy has the Chevy Chase doll hanging from the gutter, and somebody called 911. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's true.
He basically recreated the scene where Eddie's standing in a bathrobe drinking a beer and pumping raw sewage out of his RV. Yeah, anyone who wants to see the display can stop by, but he's asking that each person brings at least one toy for them to the toy drive to collect for Toys for Tots.
That's cool. See, the cool thing about that, he's doing it for a good cause.
Yeah, his goal is to fill up the entire RV.
Really?
Yeah, he's already received hundreds of donations from people, so it might sound like he just might pull it off.
That's cool. That's a good story to end on. I mean, that really is a good story.
Yeah, it really is. And it's Christmas time, and we do want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And we will be back on Monday.
Yep, and also Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. And Happy Kwanzaa, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Just happy whatever you like.
Yeah, right. We're in Zanesville, everybody. I have to get down to 55.
Get
here.
down, James Brown. All right, we're going to play one last song, and it is very, very old school. And
very appropriate.
Very appropriate for us. And here's Willie Nelson on the road again to take us out here on Wake and Bake on N3Radio.com. Say bye-bye, Robert.
Bye-bye, Robert.
Bye-bye.
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Going places that I've never been, seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again. Like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. We're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. And our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. The life I love is making music with my friends, and I can't wait to get on the road again. And I can't wait to get on the road again. All right, thank you very much.